Okay, so we are recording. So I'm going to remove myself and you guys can talk. Okay.
Should edit this part out.
Absolutely, I will. Just give me a couple of seconds after I leave so I can take it off. All right.
Okay.
All right. Bye, guys.
All right. Well, hey, my name is Dean Storr with the Dean Storr Coaching and Training Team.
Okay, wait, stop. We got to give her time. Just a little pause, so she has a pause to take off that first part of the recording.
Oh, okay.
So let's be quiet for about 5 seconds and then we'll go.
Hi, Brenda. This is Dean with the Dean Storr Coaching and Training Team. How are you today?
I'm wonderful, Dean. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, this is going to be good. Hey, I just want to dive right in with a question. How does your purpose align with your passion?
That's a very good question because for many years, my purpose and my passion did not align. What I actually thought I wanted to do with my life and what I was doing were completely, I thought they were aligned, but they weren't because I wasn't happy. So I decided that I needed to do what I had a passion to do. And I really like helping people. I really like seeing people succeed. And I like to see people make changes in their life that can do that. So what I do is I try to feed my passion so I can fuel my purpose.
Okay. Yeah, very good. So, what is your vision for what you do look like?
My vision for what I have a very interesting job. I wear many hats, but my main goal is to help people become a better version of themselves. So my vision for that is to allow people to see the good in them, to see their value, to see their purpose, and to help them enhance that through self-help growth seminars, through a mindset change. So the vision for that is to get out the word that you can change is possible to as many people as possible as a very low expense, and to see that they have a purpose, a passion, a value of their own that they can go out and market to other people, that they too can go out and change the world and become the person that they want to be and the better version of themselves. My vision in just a small word would be look to the future
Yeah. Yeah.
and look for change.
Yeah. Purpose, purpose is like the sun. It never moves. We think, we always hear the sun rise and the sun sets. Well, the sun doesn't rise and the sun doesn't set. The sun doesn't move. It's the earth that rotates, right? So when we think about our purpose, we think about the sun. Your purpose should never move. Like you like helping people move to the next level. That should never. That purpose should stay the same, like the sun sitting in the sky. It stays there. It's in a perfect place, and so that's the way our purpose is. Our vision is ideas that we get, that we see, that creates this vision. And so through that, like with your doing events and putting on these events like the one that you got coming up, I believe that's be the best you can be is going to be phenomenal with Patch Adams, actually, which is awesome.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, that's going to be good. So let me ask you a quick question as far as like, what do you think is the biggest obstacle that you face?
For years it was my own self-doubt and my own I'm not good enough. I was lying to myself. Didn't see that I had the potential that was within me. And so I just worked harder. I didn't work smarter. I worked longer hours, and I needed to change that way because I was doing nothing but harming myself because of my own self-doubt. I was getting no sleep, I was putting weight on. I was miserable. I was unhappy. So the challenge for me was to shift gears, and that's why coaching for me is huge, because I need somebody to also be accountable to, and I need somebody that was going to see my potential, because sometimes we don't always see that, and that's a challenge.
Right, right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, how do you see, as far as like your vision and your purpose and your passion, how do you see that playing out?
Well, that's also a very good question, Dean. You got me thinking. I I see this movement being created. That is my vision. It's an idea that I have that I want to help people become a better you, but for it to become a movement, to be its own community of like-minded individuals that want to help others succeed, that will build off of each other and continue to grow. That is my vision, is for this becoming the best you to become a movement.
Right. And so if I heard also that you're an author, as far as like, and why do you write fictions?
I have to get away from the real world. And I read a lot, and when I don't study, I read the Word of God a lot, and I like to study the Bible and study the stories in the Bible and the history, and I love history. I'm a biologist by schooling, so I love the research of it. But there comes a time where I have to just shut my mind off, where I don't want to think about things anymore. I don't want to memorize things anymore. I don't want to apply things anymore. So I would reach out to fiction novels. And I say that a book can be your own personal movie. So
Mm.
when I go in to write fiction, I am now in my imagination. I'm in another realm of the world for me, because I have removed myself from society, and I'm getting to put my thoughts and my imagination on paper. So it's an escape for me. It is my stress reliever.
Hmm. Okay, very good. And I also heard and read in your paper here that you're a speaker. And what kind of speaking do you like to do?
I like to teach speak. People say, "What is that?" I like to help people, to motivate them. So, they'd say, "Well, that's just a motivational speaker." But teach speaking is actually showing them, you motivate them, and then you show them how to move past it. And
Hmm.
that's what I like to do.
Yeah. So here we got 2022 staring us in the face. It's hard to believe the very first month is almost already over. And so we have 11 more months left to go. What do you want to see happen in your life at the end of this year?
I want to see commitment. I want to see people committing to be better. I want to see myself committing to my goals and to strengthening that vision. And I want to change the things that I commit to into habits that just become natural to me.
Okay. So if you think about where you're at on this blue ball that's suspended in space, with that, what, 9 billion people on this planet, um, and we want to make a difference in this world. And I heard one time say, be the change in your world right where you're at, next door or whatever. And you got people that you see around you and you meet with and everything else. And so if you think about where you're going this year and the challenges that you're going to face, and the growth that you want to happen, and the next level that you want to see happen in your life, what would that next level be? Because the thing is, like James Allen said, until thought is linked with purpose. Think about this. Until thought is linked with purpose, there is no intelligent accomplishment. So if
Mhm.
you think about where you're at, and your purpose and your vision and your goals, and your thought process, and if you think about until our thought, right, is linked with purpose, there is no intelligent accomplishment. And so if you think about that, what happens is that means that we have to take our thoughts, we have to move beyond who we are and move into this bigger place. And we have to take this place and begin to see if our purpose fits what our thoughts are. Until thought is linked with purpose, there is no intelligent accomplishment. There's another powerful statement with James Allen where he says that the toughest thing you'll ever do in life is think regardless of appearance.
Yes, that makes sense.
Doesn't that make sense? Because we look at our bank account and we say that's who think defines us, as far as like we're always broke, we never have enough money, lacking limitation, and those kind of things. And so if you think about sickness, there really is no sickness. All there is health. Now, when you share that with some people, it really like wigs them out. Like there is no poverty. All there is abundance. All you have to do is tonight, when you go outside, look up into the sky and see the abundance that's there. And so if you think about Listen to this statement. From abundance, I took abundance, and still abundance remained. From abundance, I took abundance, and still abundance remained. How do you explain that to somebody? How do you explain it to somebody? In other words, take a deep breath and hold it. From abundance, I took abundance, and still abundance remained. Where does the air end and move and quit and start in my room, in your
It does.
room? It doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
So when we want to move to this another level, when we want to move to this level that where you're talking about, it's big. It's a big idea, right? We have to move into this place of looking at our results and looking at our lives as something that's far bigger and far brighter than us. And so think about your purpose, vision, and goals, what you talked about, and hang on to them and then expand them. Begin to think bigger in those responses, right?
Yes. That is wonderful advice. You've opened my eyes to some things to just a different way of thinking, and a changed mindset is what my goal is. Every day I try to change that mindset out of negativity and to move forward into different things. So you've given me a lot to think about.
Very good. Well, I appreciate you showing up today. And let me just ask you one thing. What's the thing that you're going to take away with this coaching today?
Well, let's see. I'm going to go after the abundancy because it's always there. And I'm
All
going
right.
to go.
Perfect. Well, thanks, Brenda, and we'll see you next time, okay?
Looking forward to it.
All right, this is Dean with Dean Stewart Coaching. Over and out.